I remember seeing the egg mayonnaise. Anybody remember that? Egg mayonnaise deep conditioning jar around the house. What am I doing? I have modeled a lot of my routine off indigenous strands. Deep conditioning? Why don't I deep condition every wash day? Let's address it. But first, in this video, I'm gonna be getting my hair ready for a wedding. So I need to sort all of this out. I need to get the partings done so that I can come and do the rest of the style on camera for you. But I can't part on camera right now because I don't have the necessary like mirrors and stuff with me to be able to see. So yeah, we're gonna do a full style. Let me show you what style I'm gonna do. Let me show you. Okay, I'm gonna be back in a jiffy. Hold up. I'm back. And I have my hair all in its part. All right, let's get into this styling, and also let's get into this Q&A. And also, let's talk about deep conditioning and why I don't deep condition every wash day. So let me explain why, because you guys probably know deep conditioning is very big in the natural hair community at the moment. And I'm not saying it's like a phase or a craze or anything like that. I don't mean it in that way. Or maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, here's my thing, right? If you are a subscriber to this channel, then you'll know that on like almost all of my videos, I will mention indigenous strands. And I have modeled a lot of my routine off indigenous strands. What am I doing? Okay. Finger under, grab the hair, bring it around. Finger under, okay, got it, yeah. If you don't know indigenous strands, then I have to ask you, what rock have you been living under? Because, yeah, anyway. As far as I know, indigenous strands does not deep condition her hair, and certainly not as a regular wash day routine. And so I'm not being funny, but if her hair has got to the length it's got, and as far, you know, from what I can see, it looks healthy, it looks good. If she has got there without deep conditioning, that tells me it's just not needed. That's just one aspect. Another aspect is the fact that, okay, I do remember in my childhood, I remember seeing the egg mayonnaise. Anybody remember that? Egg mayonnaise deep conditioning jar around the house. But here's the thing. I know that my mom did not deep condition my hair every time she washed it. Like, who's got time for that as a mom? Do you know what I mean? Mom of 3. Like, you ain't got time for all that. And again, when I was a young child, I remember, well, I don't remember, but from pictures, I recall seeing that my hair was really healthy and looking good. And that was with swimming. I used to go swimming probably twice a week or so. So think of that, like, okay, I used to go swimming twice a week. Plus, as I said, I'm pretty sure my mom was not deep conditioning my hair every wash day. And my hair was still thriving. Do you get what I'm saying? So I just don't believe it's majorly necessary. Now, don't get me wrong, I should have brought my scissors. I do enjoy the deep conditioning process when I do it fully. I just feel that because I use Jamaican black castor oil, I use aloe vera juice. In my shampoo, I add moisture to it, so I add oils. Can you guys see this shrinking, by the way, as I'm adding this product? Because I add moisture to my shampoo, then yeah, I just don't feel I need it. That's all I can say, guys. I just don't feel I need it. Also, a third point for me to add is the fact that I've been growing my hair since 2020. That was when it was absolutely shaved. So I've grown it out from shaved to near mid back length. My hair is nearly mid back length, guys. And even in the early few days, deep conditioning was not in my routine because, as I said, I've been following the indigenous strands method. So even from the early days, deep conditioning was not in my routine. So it's not a case of like, oh, I used to do it and then I just stopped. I've just never been doing it, and my hair is fine. It's thriving, it's growing, you know? So that's it for me, really. I'm making sure that I brush the product through nicely because if you haven't clocked it right now, I'm gonna undo these bits, the ends, and it's gonna be like a really nice twist out kind of vibe going on there. What you say? What you say, huh? I look okay? I can't see it, so I'm hoping it looks okay. Right, I'm gonna jump over to this side, I think. Okay, so let's move on to some of the other questions. I did have another question about deep conditioning. What was that now? That's it. So YT Me 360. I like that name. I like how it rhymes. YT Me 360. Okay. She said, I'm assuming it's a she. I'm sorry if you're not a she. I know that my audience is something like 99% female. That's where I'm getting she from. Anyway, YT Me 360 says, how do you deep condition? Do you keep your hair in plaits then also? Yes, that is correct. I think this video is from either the first or second length retention video. And I mentioned that I was moving to plaits. Now, I have been wearing plaits more often, but the plaits that I had in, I didn't end up washing in those plaits. I actually ended up, what did I do? I changed them over to twists. So yeah. So in that situation, I would just wash in the twists. But yes, if I had plaits, then I would wash in the plaits. So it's literally just a case of once I have the product, I emulsify the product in my hands, I run it down my twist or plaits, and I try to squeeze it in. So yeah, I'll try to squeeze it in. I will sometimes bring a plastic bag into the shower with me, and then I'll put the plastic bag over my head. Then I will carry on washing my body or whatever else I have to do in the shower. I might be shaving my leg. And then once I have done all of that, then I'll just take the plastic bag off and carry on, wash out the deep conditioner. So even when I do deep condition in my twists, it doesn't take me long. Do you know what I mean? Okay. I'm aware that I need to actually be doing my hair whilst I'm talking to you and not just, you know, getting carried away and chatting. And my food is here getting cold. Oh my gosh, there's just so much to do today. Woohoo! Okay. So, YT Me 360, I hope that answers your question. By the way, all of these questions are in my videos. Most of them, I think, if not all, I did already actually respond to you guys. But because there were so many questions, and it's probably likely that people will ask these again in future videos, so I decided to just make a video on it. Okay, so next is LAB 9998. Shout out to you! This is my sister! Woo! Yes, sisterin'. And when I say sister, I don't just mean sister in the Lord. Don't get me wrong, sisters in the Lord are awesome. Praise God for you. Love you guys. But this is like my birth sister. All right. My sister is asking, how many plaits do you have in? Okay, now. Right now, while I'm doing this, I don't know the answers to that question. But I think it was 12. I'm gonna say 12. I think it was 12. Yeah, it was 6 on either side. I'm going with that. So yeah, I had in 12 plaits, and again, this is referring to the length retention videos that I've released, part 1 and 2. I believe it's in part 2 where I showed like the end of my hair and what it looked like. And so, yeah, 12 plaits. It served me quite well, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of enjoyed it. I definitely feel the difference in terms of moisture retention. I really do not need to re-moisturize my twists within the week at all. But I just said twist, didn't I? I meant to say plaits. I didn't need to moisturize my plaits within the week, but when I have twist, definitely, without a doubt, I need to re-moisturize those every like 3 to 4 days or so. Also, there was another person who commented on something, one of the videos, or I'm not sure which video it was. I'm really sorry, but I know you had commented and asked me the same question. So shout out to you too. You know who you are. Woo woo. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so next is Rachel Rach Ulusa 1376. I hope that's not when you were born, Rachel. Nah, I'm joking. Obviously not. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Rachel asked, what is my hair porosity, please? I am mainly low porosity. Now, I did do the whole glass test, water test, whatever you call it, maybe a couple of years ago now. I haven't done a recent one. And yeah, I don't think my hair ever floated. I don't think my hair ever sank. I went back to it probably an hour or two later. The hair was still at the top. So majority of my hair is very, very, very low porosity, I would say. However, I have only recently begun to discover that my front hairs or edges, the back, some people call it the kitchen, I call it the nape hairs or neck hairs, whatever you want to call it, and also the ends of my hair are high porosity. Now, I know that because, wait, guys, my food is getting cold. It's freezing. I might have to pause this video, you know. Right, so although I haven't tested those areas of my hair, I know this because I recall, I think it was actually somebody on my channel saying, I think it was because their hair is high porosity, and they were saying that they find it difficult to have plaits. And I didn't fully understand why that was, but recently, as you guys have seen, when I did my plaits, the front ones were much harder to undo, and also obviously the ends. Now the ends, I don't actually plait the ends of my hair. If I am plaiting my hair, then when I get towards about here, I will then twist it. And then after I twist it, I'll get to about here, and then I'll twirl it. I'm actually doing the same with these twists now. What was my point? Yeah, my hair just gets really tangled, and it's much, much harder to undo the plaits in the front of my hair. And I realized that is because of the porosity level. So I believe because high porosity hair gets, high porosity hair, it moistens very quickly, but it dries out very quickly. And so I think that may have been it. So you know how I was just saying that with the plaits in my head, I didn't need to re-moisturize until like the end of the week. But now that I think about it, probably the front ones, I probably would have needed to re-moisturize because they're high porosity and they would have lost their moisture quicker than the other plaits. I'm gonna move on. So next, I'm not gonna say all these numbers, but this person asked, well, they didn't ask, they said, I guess with aloe vera juice, it can dry your hair up. So I suggest you deep condition since you shampoo with African black soap and moisture your hair, or is that supposed to say moisturize your hair? I'm not sure. Moisturize your hair before applying the grease, or with time, your hair will be dry and shedding. Now, user, I'm sorry, but you wrong, honey. I'm sorry. Once again, listen, I've been using aloe vera juice since 2020. That's 4 years now. Over 4 years now. My hair is perfectly fine. It's perfectly moist. I haven't needed to deep condition. Yeah. In terms of the African black soap, now I understand and I have heard experiences. What's going on here? Okay. I have heard experiences of people using black soap and it just totally messing up their hair or drying out their hair. I don't know what that's about. I'm wondering if you're not using proper organic African black soap. It could be that, I don't know. But also when I make my African black soap shampoo, I add stuff to it, guys. So I don't just use the soap and the water. Although, then again, I do follow a person who does just use the soap and the water. So, I don't know. But anyway, so I add essential oils to it. I add normal oils to it. I add glycerin to it. You know, I'm making sure that it's not gonna dry out my hair. I'm adding moisture to my African black soap shampoo. The same with the aloe vera juice. I add glycerin to it. I add essential oils to it, and I add a bit of water to it. So that thing it's not just gonna be drying out my hair. And then I think you mentioned moisture your hair, or moisturize your hair before applying the grease. And yes, I do that anyway. So yeah, but thank you for your comment. I'm gonna have to politely disagree with you because I know my hair, I know what's been working for my hair, I know what doesn't work for my hair. If something begins to stop working, then I'll change it, you know, but up until then. But thanks for your comment. Okay, moving on. Latoya Smith, 6351, shout out to you. Thank you for commenting and thank you for watching. You said, I know you're not a professional, and I definitely make it very clear that I am not a professional. But I use hair items with no metal. Will that help me retain my length? I'm just thinking of trying something new in order to get to tailbone length. I get that. Girl, if we could rush this process, I'm sure we'd all be rushing the process. Trust me. But obviously, it just takes patience and consistency. Okay, using hair, I'm guessing you mean like hair tools, like these kind of things, with no metal. I think that's fine. I definitely think you'll still be retaining length with those, 100%. I personally don't think hair tools are terrible. It depends which kind of ones you're using. Like if you're using detangling brushes and wide tooth combs, then you know that's absolutely fine, especially how you're using it. If I was just using this and totally just ripping through my hair, then no, that's just terrible. But you know, as long as you're using it in the right way, then I forgot to add grease. Then yeah, 100% just go for it. Yeah, I believe you'll still be retaining length even with using hair tools. Okay, and shout out to you getting to tailbone length. Like, I am on this journey with you. I really want you to come back to this exact comment, please, and let me know when you get to tailbone length. I don't care if it's in like a year's time, 3 years time, 7 years time, I don't care. Can you come back to this comment, please, and let me know, because I actually want to celebrate with you. I don't know how you say this one. Shawnold, I'm not sure. 3295 said, girl, all you had to say was leave your hair alone. Girl. Firstly, I need to ask you, did you actually watch the video? Because the length retention videos are there to show you exactly how I care for my hair. And you will see from those videos, I don't just leave my hair alone. If anybody is telling you just leave your hair alone, then they're missing a good few steps. If I were to just leave my hair alone, then firstly, it wouldn't be looking like it is now. It would be a shrunken afro that is extremely dry, and it would break off at any point. If I were to leave my hair alone, I wouldn't even be putting a headscarf on my hair at night times. And so my hair would be breaking on my cotton pillow. I'm sorry if you misunderstood the assignment. The assignment is not to leave your hair alone solely. No, we really do have to care for our hair. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't misunderstand that for like, you know, change up your hairstyle every 2 days. Change up your hairstyle every day. I'm not saying that. In that case, we definitely need to leave our hair alone. But in terms of caring for it, no, you can't just leave it alone. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. Okay. Luna Mufon. Again, I'm sorry if I'm not saying this correctly, but shout out to you. What in the building. I can't remember which video this was responding to. I'm really sorry. But so you asked, is there a preservative used in the flaxseed gel? I'm asking because it's water-based. And then on the back of that, which is my fault, I hadn't really answered the question correctly. But shout out to Chill Vanille. Love that name. Yeah, that's vibes. Love it. Chill Vanille said, do you make the flaxseed gel yourself? Because I'm thinking they're asking if you use a preservative. So that is correct, Chill Vanille. I do make the flaxseed gel myself. And in terms of using a preservative, no, I don't use anything. So it really doesn't last very long. I usually put it in the fridge, or occasionally I'll put it in the freezer if I really kind of want it to last a bit longer. But yeah, unfortunately no preservative. If you guys find out one, like, you know, if you find out something that I'm supposed to be using as a preservative for flaxseed gel, then please do once again come back to this exact comment and please do let me know, because I want to learn from you guys too. I'm going to take a quick break because, as I said, my food is getting cold. I need to eat, and then I'm going to come back by the power of editing in... Okay, I would like to know who is into flat twisting, because I had never heard of flat twisting until only about, I'd say only about a year ago. You know, I came across it on Instagram and I was like, yo, these look nice, you know? So yeah, does anybody watching, do you guys get involved in flat twisting quite a bit? I think it's a really nice look. Also, what do you guys think about 3-strand twisting? That is something I haven't tried yet. If I'm gonna 3-strand twist, I might as well just plait my hair in it, surely. I don't know. Yeah, what do you guys think of 3-strand twists? Here's a tip for you. I learned from Instagram that how I usually twist my hair, so let me just quickly show you. How I normally twist my hair is, I think it's called a rope twist. I twirl the strands, then I twist, and then I twirl, and then I twist. I don't want to do it on this one. And apparently that is counterproductive if you want to do a twist out. Okay, I'm only learning this recently. Everybody here who does twist outs, you're probably like, duh. But yeah, if I want to do a twist out, which is what I'm doing on these, I need to just, you know, twist normally, basically. So yeah, I only learned that recently. If you already knew that, then drop a pink heart in the comments. Let me know you already knew and this is not new to you. Let's get on to a few more questions. This one is from, okay, I'm gonna mess this up. Joy Monet 4090. Okay, shout out to you. Oh yes, this is the one I referred to earlier. Same question as the one from my sister. She said, I wish I could see more of the parting. I want to do the same amount of plaits you did. So yeah, that one was 12 plaits. And okay, I think hopefully by now, if you have watched the length retention video part 2, then you'll be able to see the partings a little bit more, because I made sure to show much of that so you guys could see. This front bit now that I'm doing is just going to be in twist, which is why I'm just moisturizing it all together. Okay, I'm moving on to Cinderella Powell 8520. Cinderella Powell, thank you so much for watching and commenting. I really appreciate you. In fact, I appreciate everybody who is watching, especially those who've been commenting. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys. And I love that you are enjoying the content, which is why you must be coming back. So thank you. I appreciate all. I think at the moment I have something like 690 subscribers. So I really appreciate all 690 of you who have joined this little Natural 2020 family here. Woo woo! Oh gosh. And for those of you who are new that are watching, I'm on a journey of growing my hair from absolutely shaved, which it was in 2020, to tailbone length, and I am doing that within 7 years. So I am about 4 and a bit years into the journey. So we're on track. I'm mid back length now, and yeah, I feel like I'm gonna make it. So feel free to subscribe and join this little channel that we've got going on here. And you can watch my journey all the way through, and you can jump on the journey too if you want. Grow your hair too, why not, you know? Let's grow together! Woohoo! That was so cheesy. Oh, I cannot believe this. I'm so sorry. Let me just quickly recap. Cindy Rella Powell, you said strain while it's hot in a metal strainer and it's less messy. You were talking about the flaxseed gel, and 100% when I tried that, I was like, where have I been? Which rock have I been hiding under, or why I didn't see this or know this before? Anyway, also Nabiz4744, you said, please share your journey of when you were at a plateau and broke that plateau using your current routine. So my current routine is up and out now. I'm gonna link that above for you. And definitely in terms of my journey, I am planning to do that. I'm gonna jump onto the next one because it's a similar question. Sintenchindo 3647. Hope I said that right. You said, do you have any pictures of your hair in the years you mentioned? Again, so like the last question, I am planning to share my natural hair journey very soon. I'm planning to go back, you know, as far as I can in terms of childhood, teen, adolescent, all of that, growing up into my adult years, into when I had it shaved, and also up until now. So stay tuned for that. I definitely still have it on my radar.
Right, I have finished doing my hair now, and now this is the morning of the wedding, and so I was just, you know, getting my hair ready for it to look like how it's supposed to look like. So I'm basically just undoing each twist one by one, trying to be gentle. I usually would have put a bit of oil on my hands, but I didn't have any with me, so I just did it as it was, which was fine. And I chose not to separate the, you know, so obviously I've separated the two strands, but then I chose not to separate each single strand, if that makes sense. I hope you get what I mean. Because I didn't want it to fluff up too much. I didn't want it to be too frizzy. Also, it was a really humid kind of day, and I just knew my hair was going to get bigger and bigger and bigger as the day went on, and it did. So as you can see, I'm literally just undoing it, and then you'll be able to see kind of the final look. Oh yeah, I did pin up a few little bits so that it was kind of positioned the way that I wanted it to be. Honestly, it didn't look as good as I wanted it to look. Now, I did this same hairstyle a year ago when my hair was a bit shorter, and I preferred it then. So it's interesting that with my longer hair now, it didn't look as good as I wanted it to look. But anyway, it's all good. I went to the wedding, and the wedding was absolutely amazing. Me and my husband had a wonderful time.
One thing I want to say is, with this hair channel, the reason why I started this is because I used to watch a lot of Naturally Highs videos, and if any of you guys know her, then you'll know that on her channel, if you go all the way back, you can see her videos from when her hair was like this short, and I appreciated that so much. Because you know, when you're listening or watching, whether it's people like myself or just other people who have grown their hair, and they're saying, you know, this is what I did, or this is what I do now, or blah blah blah, but there's a part of you that wants to see that in action. It's like, okay, did you really do that? Can I see you doing that? Do you know what I mean? And for some of them, it seems like they're just popped out of nowhere with long hair. Like, it may be that their hair is already waist length and now they're making videos. So then in my mind, I'm like, but I want to see how you got there. I don't just want to see that you're there. This is why I started this channel, because I think it's really, really valuable for you to be able to see how I'm getting to tailbone length. Do you know what I mean? It's a full-on 7-year journey with you guys. This is what this channel is about. So I really do encourage you, feel free to go back to my videos of like 4 years ago. Unfortunately, I had to make them private and then republish them again. So the dates on some of them are incorrect, but There are actually videos all the way from I think June 2020 is the earliest video. I hope you guys enjoy watching those. I'll link them here.